home of the Summer Series exhibition. We have Illinois Futsal Club coming all the way from Chicago, Illinois to face Lansing City tonight. What a matchup we have in store for you. You all are in for a treat this evening. We have some former FCS players in the Illinois Futsal team, and so they will be coming back now, joining Illinois. We have some people that played with Grace Futsal, Columbus Futsal, and we even have a team member from the East Coast all the way out in Maryland, played for the Baltimore Kings. So, you know, there's a lot of representation across the country tonight. Can't wait to talk about some of those players. Lansing City has been really on a hot streak the last couple of matchups. We did not televise the most recent exhibition matchups that they had. One against Jenga and one against Midwest United, but you can look at the starting lineup right there tonight for Lansing City. We have Rafa Hernandez, Jonah Timblow, and actually it looks like that's wrong. We got a late change. Sandro Blanco is going to be starting with Misha Nunez, Trezor Crispane, David Saltzman, and Conrad Gonzalez is in goal. This is the first time we've seen him in action in quite some time. So, you know, if you haven't had a chance to watch Conrad Gonzalez yet, he's like a cat between the pipes, just leaping around everywhere. So it'll be fun to watch him tonight with his energy and enthusiasm. And for starting lineup that we have for Illinois, we have a few new players that you may have seen before. Jay Bilek is actually not going to be starting. It's Christian Alvarez, who he played for Chicago House. So seeing him now, he actually played for Grace Futsal as well. As we start the match for Lansing City, Blanco on the ball to Charlie Nunez. Oh, and David Saltzman clears it up. What a great find for Saltzman to find it right in front of the goal. Lansing City jumps out to the early lead. Blanco on the ball, back to Nunez. Hands it off to Blanco, but he loses it. And to give you a little of the starters for Illinois Futsal Club, we have Nelson Marquez, Lucas Kalkowski, Chris Alvarez is in goal. Jaden Bielek, he actually doesn't have a number tonight, but he's a former player. We've seen him play quite a bit in the FCS, whether it's for Red Cedar Futsal. I think at one point he even played for Midwest FC as well. So he's familiar to this arena. Lucas Kowalski on the ball right there. This is his opportunity for the match, and one of the things he talked about when futsal home, and he found it. What the Midwest has. We're seeing a lot of young players here for Lansing City. This is an unusual starting lineup for them, but it's great to see them mix it up. Trezor Crispane back from injury. Great to see him on the court with a shot on goal, blocked by Christian Alvarez. Well, Trezor's a little shocked that ball was declared out on him. Christian Alvarez actually spent some time with Grace Futsal, played with Cadence out of Chicago, and he also played for Chicago House. There have been speculation and rumors that he might make his way over to Lansing City as well. See if there's any truth to that. Blanco on the ball with a shot and a goal. Christian Alvarez could not see the ball coming at him. Great shot by Blanco. Early opportunity from deep. Blanco just saw the opening, as you can see right here. Just puts it through. Looks like, there's a deflection off of Jaden Bielek. Nunez with an opportunity on goal right there. Blocked by Christian Alvarez. You can just see Lansing City is pouncing on defense, not giving them any time to breathe, are they? with the ball. Pressure, pressure, pressure. It's not something that we're too unfamiliar seeing from Lansing City. Very common for them to really accelerate the game. They talk about that a lot, of just finding those moments to really close down on the opponent, put pressure on them. You can see they got this high press right now, really making Illinois futsal work for every inch of gain on the court. As we see a turnover right there, the long distance distribution unsuccessful for Christian Alvarez. David Salzman calmly on the ball. It's deflected out by Nelson Marquez. Oh, Salzman, nice move. 1-2 with Nunez. Oh, great work by Lansing City. Salzman to Blanco to Nunez. Let's take another look at this right here. Charlie Nunez making a strong impact. Great 1-2 right there with Salzman. Lays it off to Blanco. Blanco finds Nunez. Nunez, good opportunity there to work to find the space to make that goal happen. And we got a full line change here for Lansing City. Some dangerous players into the court. Rafael Hernandez, Luciano Cernuda. And then we got Charlie Nunez's brother, Misha Nunez, is out there as well now. And with them, Jonah Timblow. Jonah Timblow, he has had a really great summer series, and he's really been making a name for himself, being that strong pivot that he is. He's just great at holding up play and really allowing the offense to work and flow through him. As he does it right here on the ball, Timblow is. Oh, great pass through the goal, but there was nobody back post. If Illinois futsal is going to make this game competitive, they absolutely have to lock down that penalty area, not allow runs or balls to come through clean like that. Good defensive effort there to stop the shot by Jonah Timblow. Timblow back on the ball. Misha Nunez on the ball with the shot. Save Christian Alvarez. Good effort from Misha to not give up on the play and win the kick in. Oh, Luciano Cernuda with a block, with a shot, with a block from Christopher Alvarez. And apologies, I did have Christian Alvarez on the score sheet, but we got that corrected. It's Christopher Alvarez. Shout out to the chat. Thank you for keeping us on our toes, making sure we get these players recognized for who they are. Misha Nunez on the ball. Cernuda. Hernandez. Good movement here from Lansing City, maintaining possession, just moving the ball. Shot, oh, no shot for Nunez, but it's good save right there to really, that's what Illinois Futsal Club needs to do. They don't need to do that. Turnover, Rafael Hernandez stole it. Shot on goal, a good save from Christopher Alvarez, but could not maintain possession. Lansing City's back on the ball again. But on that last exchange there, Alvarez did a really good job of closing down that pass that was really, it was going to lead to a goal if he didn't step up and stop it. Good awareness there to cut that opportunity off. Lansing City will make those back post runs quite often. Really, as you should in futsal, you should be putting players into dangerous positions. That way, you just extend the goal. So not only can you shoot on frame, but if it goes a little wide to the outside, you got somebody making the back post run, makes it a little easier to go into the back of the net. So let's see if Lansing City can extend this lead, already up 3-0 early in the first half. Brian Rodriguez on the ball, pass it off. Rodriguez actually played for Columbus Futsal in the Akron Tour. Columbus Futsal won the entire tournament. So interesting to see him here tonight with Illinois. Wonder if he moved or if he just wanted to get some more futsal action. It's one of the things that I had a chance when I talked to Lucas Kalkowski. He talked about how it's just so many of these players just want to play futsal, no matter where it is, when it is. And not everybody's, as fortunate as Lansing City is to have a beautiful arena like this. So a lot of people got to play in gyms, at YMCAs. So it's great to see them get on a full-size international-style futsal court as Chris Payne lays it off to Blanco. And we got Charlie Nunez back in the game, as well as David Saltzman, Blanco, and Chris Payne. So you can see Lansing City switching up the lines entirely, keeping everybody fresh. Good steal from Illinois right there. That's Nelson Marquez. Taha Benkera on the ball with a shot. Conrad Gonzalez with the save. Shot and save. Nice shot from Mauricio Miranda. Forced a really good save from Conrad Gonzalez. You love to see this from Illinois Futsal Club, putting some pressure on Lansing City right now. Good shot on goal. Another shot on goal, just a little wide. Deflected by his own teammate. Saltzman on the ball, on the attack. Lays it off to Blanco. Alvarez snuffs it out and shuts down the attack. Lansing City with the steal. Blanco with the shot wide. This, with the pressure that Lansing City's putting on Illinois Futsal Club right now, they have no time on the ball, no time to think. They just have time to react, and they need to make better decisions and be better with the ball and not give up the turnovers in such dangerous areas. Steal right here from Mauricio Miranda. He loses the ball to Saltzman. Illinois Futsal wins it back. Nice effort right there from Brian Rodriguez to win the ball from Saltzman. A little bit of contact, but no foul. It's one of the biggest things you'll see in futsal is a lot of contact and fouls called sometimes irregularly, but we love to see them play. Let them play as long as the play is clean. Good layoff right there from Trezor Chris Payne. Nunez could not do anything with it. A wide effort, looked like a pass. Good shot right there from Jaden Bialik, but just right to Conrad Gonzalez. Good distribution of Blanco. Stolen by Brian Rodriguez. Marquez on the ball. Bialik. Shot wide from Taha Benkera. Chris Payne on the ball. Max Keeney getting his first action of the game. A little slow to react there from Keeney, loses the ball. Illinois Futsal trying to use the pivot to slow up play. Looks like it works momentarily before they lose possession. Chris Payne back on the ball. Strong defensive effort here from Marquez. Just not letting Chris Payne get any inch without some physicality. Nice effort from Bialik to prevent that attack from Lansing City. Smartly does not save the ball, lets it go out to win the kick-in. Rodriguez on the ball to Bialik. Hold up play to Marquez. Marquez holding it up well. Benkera on the ball. You can hear Alvarez just pleading for his team to slow down, maintain their composure, take their time on the ball as they lose possession right there, not heeding his advice. Chris Payne working through their entire defense all by himself. What a fantastic effort from Chris Payne. Let's take a look at this again. Chris Payne winning the ball, just not taking any response from anyone, beating their entire team, including Alvarez, as Nunez wins the ball, and he beats Alvarez. Oh, Nunez, beautiful ball work. Great effort right here. It's getting ugly fast. We're only halfway through the first half, and the goals are just pouring in. We can't even keep up fast enough with the replays to show you. That's how fast the goals are coming in. Let's hope Illinois Futsal Club can slow down Lansing City, because they have broken our replay system because Lansing's scoring too fast. Is it 5-0? At this point, I'm having a hard time keeping up too. So we have 5 different goal scorers for Lansing City as well. David Saltzman, Misha Nunez, Charlie Nunez, Jonah Timblo, or actually Trezor Crispain, and Alessandro Blanco. So, one of the things you do love to see for any team is when they start scoring a lot of goals, getting the goals evenly distributed. Shows a really balanced effort from the team. As we have another full line change. Another full line change here. Rafael Hernandez back in the game with Cernuda, Timblo, and Misha Nunez. And if you haven't guessed it already, Misha and Charlie are brothers, as we see our first foul on the game. Brian Rodriguez fouled Misha Nunez. We see our first goalie change for Lansing City as well. Ethan Castaneda coming into the game. So good shift, good first 10 minutes from Conrad Gonzalez. Now we got Ethan Castaneda. And here's the shot you can see from Trezor Crispain. One of the things Lansing City really missed on, and there you go, that's the replay you wanted to see with Misha Nunez. Some great ball work. Great shot there. Lansing City really missed Trezor Crispain. He's so physical, as he's already demonstrated in the first 10 minutes here tonight. He's so physical on the ball. He's typically a pivot, but he's matching up with Illinois Futsal's pivot, so he's playing more like a fixo tonight, which would be interesting if we see him more in that position, because he's so physical, so aggressive. I mean, the fact that not only was he able to win that ball from Marquez, but he was able to take it the length of the court, beating everyone for Illinois Futsal for that goal, as we see a wide shot from Rafael Hernandez. Timblo wins the ball. Dangerous position. Shot blocked by Alvarez. Great effort from Alvarez to thwart that attack. Timblo winning the ball high, as Timblo controls possession in front of the penalty area. But Misha Nunez is unable to do anything with the layoff. As we see Max Keeney come into the game now for Misha Nunez. Alvarez with the distribution to Lucas Kalkowski. Bialik on the ball. Kalkowski. Long pass did not get to its intended destination. Max Keeney with the deflection. Illinois maintains possession with a kick in. Looks like Alvarez is getting a little antsy coming into the front court, flying as a keeper with a shot. And it's on frame, but it's deflected. There's a lot of bodies there. It looks like it went off of Luciana Cernuda. He's no stranger to putting his body on the line. Alvarez still up high, but Timblo wins the ball back. Alvarez was able to get back into a position to make the save, using his feet to make that save. But Ethan didn't have to use his feet right there, as he makes the sliding, diving catch. But he maintains possession, and Lansing City is now off to the races. Max Keeney on the ball to Timblo. Shot, another save from Alvarez. Kalkowski almost loses possession, but at least they win a kick in. Lansing City still putting the high press on. They are not happy with the 5 goals. They want more, as Rafa Hernandez wins the ball back, but the shot is high. It soars. We have a gymnastics arena on the other side of that net. It looks like he might have wanted to put the ball over there. Give somebody a reason to spend some time on the balance beam. Illinois Futsal with the ball. Binkara with it. Marquez making his way up, wins the ball a lot higher than we've seen him recently. Kalkowski on the ball, Binkara. You can see Illinois really giving in to the pressure from Lansing City and condensing, collapsing their offensive structure, which in so many ways is making it even harder for them to complete some of these passes, not utilizing the full space on the court. Kalkowski on the ball. Keeney putting pressure on. Binkara lays it off. Marquez, pass stolen. Rafa Hernandez puts it wide. Mauricio Miranda tried to find Marquez but was unable to. And it looks like we have a timeout here from Lansing City. Give themselves a breather. Hernandez has won 2 balls very quickly in a very dangerous areas, as Timblow did as well. But all of those shots were either wide or high. And, you know, it could have been a lot uglier than it already is. But let's give a shout out to our sponsors, Ally Marketing. Let's be friends with Ally Marketing. If you need a marketing partner with a business that feels more like a friend, Ally Marketing is that partner. And so 5-0 early here in the first half. And you can see Lansing City is just loving every minute of this game. And you can see just the frustration from Illinois Futsal Club as they converse in this huddle, trying to help each other to get into better position and really maintain possession and work through this Lansing City pressure, as Lansing City has a new player that has arrived, Diego Bobadilla. And if he sees some court time, I don't know that things will get any better for Illinois Futsal Club. For those that don't know, Diego Bobadilla, he actually played for the U.S. men's national team. He was part of that run that made it all the way to the World Cup. And so we've had the chance to see him now play for Lansing City for about the last 2 months. And, you know, behind the scenes looks at the way that he engages in practice with the team, and really the additional leadership that he brings, being the second U.S. men's national team player, really means a lot to Lansing City, and you can already see the impact he's having. So let's hope we see some action from him tonight as we start back up, and Illinois kicks it out with another turnover. Chris Payne with a kick in. Saltzman on the ball. Chris Payne. You can see Illinois Futsal Club just laying off, giving Lansing City some time on the ball, not putting any real pressure on them, just content to stay as best they can in between the ball and the goal, as Charlie Nunez breaks free right there with a shot from Blanco, and they were trying to stay between the ball and the goal, but they could not. Nunez, great opportunity right there as we take a look at this replay. Nunez beats his man 1v1, and anytime you do that, you put the opposing team in a really dangerous position. And right there, Miranda was just a little too aggressive, which was not what anyone else on Illinois Futsal was doing. So he was kind of on his own being aggressive, and once he gets caught out, it puts Illinois in a really dangerous position. Great work from Charlie Nunez, and then Blanco to find it as he steals it right there. Shot on goal from Blanco as he gets the rebound. Christian Alvarez steals it from him. Good job from Alvarez. But Blanco on that pass from Nunez was able to slot it home really quick. And he has his second goal today, does Alessandro Blanco. And Christopher Alvarez, apologies. Christopher Alvarez. You know, it's one of the things, especially haven't seen him already a few times for Grace Futsal in the FCS Tour, and, you know, some of the conversation about playing in regionals. You know, one of the things that he said is his favorite memory isn't the regionals played in or the tournaments, but it was a save he got here against Jeremy Kleppel, which is that other U.S. men's national team player that we were just talking about that Lansing City had. What a moment for Christopher Alvarez to be able to get that in the most recent FCS tour that happened when he was playing for Grace Futsal. So you love to see those moments coming for a young player. Let's hope that he has many more great memories made, not only in Lansing City, but in the FCS, as Illinois Futsal's back on the ball. And they're trying to hold up play, passing through Nelson Marquez, but they cannot complete the pass. Benkara just sends it wide. You know, when you play in a 3-1 formation and you have the pivot that's really like a target man, one of the most important things to do is to make a clean pass to get it for them to hold up play, because you can see Marquez is using his body well to hold up play. It's just a matter of the passes he's getting, which are not clean, which we see right there, a pass that's wide from Kalkowski. And, you know, one thing that Marquez can do is hold up play and use his physicality. One thing he cannot is be a magician like David Blaine and appear all over the court to get those wide passes. So we need to see some cleaner passes if they're going to maintain possession and leverage that target man to his full ability. As Marquez wins the ball, Kalkowski on it now. Miranda to Marquez. And we see a little bit of a switch up. Marquez playing deeper in the court now. Seen a little bit of 4-0 action out of Illinois Futsal Club. Nice 1-2 right there with Kalkowski and Miranda. Lansing City able to kick it out. Illinois maintains possession. Good work right there. That's what they need to do to beat this press from Lansing City. They need to get some of that 1-2 action. You can see really the benefits of switching to the 4-0 because what it does is it really creates a lot more opportunities, and it creates a lot more obstacles for the defense of who to cover. Good hold up from Marquez right there. Miranda is not able to get a shot on goal, but they win possession after a few pinball bounces around. Kalkowski with a deep shot. A great effort, just wide. Love to see it out of Illinois. Great effort as we look at the replay right here. Look at Kalkowski making a powerful statement, just wide though. Cernuda on the ball, hands it off to Bobadilla. Good work from Timblow to get in position, but just could not finish it off. Hits it wide and high. Marquez with the wide shot. But we're seeing some better distribution. This is encouraging out of Illinois Futsal Club. We got about 4 minutes left in the first half. Marquez is looking for a sub. He needs to keep playing. Yeah, he tried to walk off the court, but the referee wouldn't let him. That's an illegal substitution that he was trying to make as we got a ball coming onto the court. We got a whistle blown. So in futsal, there is a substitution zone, and that zone is in front of the bench. And you cannot leave the court anywhere else without getting some type of disciplinary action from the official. So he was able to make his way to the bench. Looks like he has a slight cramp. Let's see if he can't get it worked out, because Illinois Futsal Club only has 2 subs. So if Marquez is not able to pull it together, it's going to be a frustrating half, rest of the half and second half for Illinois. Because the last thing you want to do against this Lansing City team that's looking fresh with 2 full lines is go down a man. Chris Payne on the ball. Kalkowski gives him some room, but it's not okay to do that with Chris Payne on the ball, and he puts it home for his second goal of the evening. Chris Payne, what a shot. Look at the placement right here. He finds the bottom left corner. Alvarez is not able to make that save. It would have been a beauty of a kick save if he could have got there, but he could not. Chris Payne is showing right now early why Lansing City misses him, and what a difference he could have made potentially in the end of last season. Lansing City lost to Ole in the last game of the year, not making the playoffs, and Trezor Chris Payne was not there. Makes you wonder, how could the game have gone differently if Chris Payne was there with his physicality? I don't think anyone from Ole, though, would agree with that, and they'd say that would not have made a difference. But Chris Payne, I think he would argue that fact. Chris Payne again on the ball to Nunez. Nunez making some moves, and he finds the back of the net. It's rough out here for Illinois Futsal Club right now. it's, I didn't even think that Charlie was shooting right there, but Charlie Nunez, just with the deft touch on the ball, it looked like it might have been a pass to Blanco, but it doesn't matter what it was. It's in the back of the net. And now Charlie Nunez has his second goal. So Lansing City spread out their goals early, but we see some people, some familiar names putting themselves on the stat sheet again. He's the second Lansing City team member with a brace. Saltzman on the ball. Nunez now on the ball. Chris Payne. Saltzman lays it off to Nunez. Nunez plays it across the middle, but Illinois Futsal Club was in position to keep their penalty area clean, and that's what they have to do. So it's one of the things they've really struggled here. They really have struggled here to figure out how to stop Lansing City, whether they lay off of them or pressure high. It really hasn't worked at all yet so far. But one thing they absolutely have to do is make sure nobody runs free in the penalty area. Saltzman on the ball again. Another good effort from Illinois Futsal Club to lock down the middle. Bad effort right there, giving the ball away to Nunez, but Nunez loses it. Bencara steals it, maintains possession to Rodriguez. Bialik on the ball. He cannot maintain possession and loses it for a Lansing City kick-in. And it looks like our stats team is saying that on that last shot/pass from Charlie Nunez, it looks like Blanco actually got the goal, which would be his second goal of the day, if that is the case. So either way, we got our second brace holder for the game as Bobadilla wins it. Dangerous area. Timblow on the ball. Shot. Good save from Christopher Alvarez. Kalkowski just clears it out. He needs a sub. Fortunately, he was in the right place to just walk off the court. Luciana Cernuda on the ball, takes a shot, but Miranda was there to thwart that effort. Kick in for City. Hernandez with the shot. Ambitious effort. Not really a good angle on goal, but he does win the corner. Cernuda. Oh, looks like the ball did go out. A little delayed call, but love to see the call right, no matter the time. Miranda on the ball. Nice 1-2, but Cernuda cuts it off. Timblow. Bobadilla on the ball. Back to Timblow. Timblow can't control it. Bencara on the ball. Rafael Hernandez staring him down. You love to see the stare down from Hernandez. We saw it when he had the opportunity to go against Jair Real, and the battle that they had when Chicago House played Ole Futsal Club in the championship of the National Showcase was outstanding. As we see our second foul of the day right here on Rafael Hernandez. He's no stranger to fouls. He loves the aggressive play. But Bencara and Hernandez shake after. Love to see it. One of the things that was a little frustrating about that House Ole matchup was just how the intensity ratcheted and the players started to have some frustration across teams. You love to see it when they play hard, but you want it to stay clean. Miranda with a great opportunity, just a little high off the frame of the goal. Great effort from Illinois right here. Great effort from Miranda, just with his pace showing it off that he has speed in excess and almost precision placement with that shot, just a little high. But that is one of the most dangerous efforts we've seen out of Illinois Futsal Club all day. See if they can't create more opportunities like that. They've had about 3 shots so far today that were in a really good place. But outside of that, have not challenged much, as Jonah Timblow makes it look easy, getting an assist to Diego Bobadilla. There's literally nothing Alvarez is going to be able to do right there. Take a look at this beautiful placement. Rafael Hernandez to Timblow. Timblow lays it right off. And that's really a defensive breakdown. Brian Rodriguez has to drop back deeper on that. Cannot allow Bobadilla to be that open on the back post. It's nearly impossible for Alvarez to block the back post pass and the goal at the same time, because if he covers the pass, Timblow's got an easy shot on goal. As we get to halftime, and it's 9-0 here at half. Lansing City against Illinois Futsal Club. You know, this is the first time we're seeing Illinois Futsal Club, and in so many ways, we can't say that there's any surprises. Take a look at the stat sheet right there. 9 goals on 32 shots for Lansing City. 11 shots by Illinois Futsal Club. It's a 3-to-1 disparity. Lansing City is just so aggressive in the attack. You can see 9 saves from Illinois Futsal Club. So Christopher Alvarez doing what he can, but he cannot do it all. You know, it's one of the things that's tough. We got a couple of brace holders for Lansing City, and Trezor Crispane and Alessandro Blanco. And Charlie Nunez has 3 assists for Lansing City. Wow. That, you know, it's one of the things, he's got a lot of playing time tonight, and he's not a player that we've seen a lot of out of Lansing City. He's one of their developmental players. If I'm not mistaken, he's 16 years old. He's either 16 or 17. He's the brother of Misha Nunez, younger brother. And, you know, it's one of the things we talk about. Drew Barney, Jack Fisher, they're not here tonight. But another young player from Lansing City making a phenomenal impact on the game. And it really just has to be very encouraging for them to see that talent coming through the system. He's another Youth Academy product here. And you love to see it. You love to see the growth and development. We are at halftime here, so we are going to go to a break, and we will see you all. We'll go to an ad break here, and we will see you all shortly.
Committing a crime so you can try to escape from prison. Bad idea. Go into the pod escape room to play an escape game with your friends. Great idea. Test your skill as an astronaut in outer space. Find Santa in Save Christmas. Or take a vacation to an abandoned island. Just don't get stuck there. The Pod Escape Room. Learn more at thepodlansing.com.
Welcome back to Lansing City Arena for the Summer Exhibition Series. And, you know, one of the things that every team is trying to do during the exhibition process is get ready for the season, work through the kinks, try out some new things. And we're doing that as well here tonight. We were working on some adjustments with our stats. It looks like we got a couple of things a little bit off. We thought Alessandro Blanco only had 2 goals. He actually has 3. So he has a hat trick. Trezor Crispain has 2. And just between those 2 players, they have more than half of the goals for Lansing City. So it has been pretty outstanding to see. And we were right with Charlie Nunez. He does have those 3 assists. So, wow, what an effort from those 3 players, really having a phenomenal impact on that first line with David Saltzman. You know, we haven't seen the 4 of them play together a lot at Lansing City. Typically, Blanco and Crispain mix up a lot with the first line for Lansing City with Jeremy Kleppel or Drew Barney, Jack Fisher. And so now, without Jeremy Kleppel's not here tonight, so Jack Fisher's out, Drew Barney's out, so we have quite a number of players for Lansing City not here. It's been great to see these, especially young players like Charlie Nunez, step up. But Trezor Crispain, he is coming back from injury. This is really only his 2nd or 3rd game back from injury. He missed a lot of the end to last season and missed all of the FCS tours. So it's been great to see him in action again. One of my favorite moments from last season was Lansing City against Midwest United, and a big part of that was the action of Trezor Crispain really stimulating that comeback. Lansing City was down 6-0, and they drew back to tie it up and to make it into a 22-goal thriller. They did lose, but as we start the second half here, Nunez getting some dangerous areas with him on the ball. Shot on goal from Crispain, saved by Alvarez. It'll be interesting to see how Illinois Futsal Club opens up the second half, if they can recapture some of the momentum that they started to get in waning moments of the first half, with a couple of good opportunities on goal. See if they can't find the back of the net this evening, as Kalkowski's on the ball with the kick in to Rodriguez. Nice pass from Bialik. Can't find Rodriguez, but the long distribution is wayward by Castaneda. Good effort from Castaneda to prevent the attack from Bialik. If he'd have won the ball right there, would have been a dangerous opportunity for Illinois. City back on the ball. Nunez to Blanco. Blanco taking his time on the ball. Illinois comfortable playing off. See Illinois stepping up the physicality here a little bit. Nice meg right there from Rodriguez, but can do nothing with it. Saltzman on the ball. Finds Blanco with the shot. Save. Alvarez. Miranda holds up play to Kalkowski. Kalkowski on the ball. Good defense from Trezor. Blanco wins it. Saltzman on the ball. Miranda wins it. Aggressive attack. 1-2 with Bialik. Cannot get the shot off. Blanco closes down. Miranda wants a foul. Does not get it. Minimal contact at best. Saltzman on the ball. Shot. It looks like. Oh. I honestly thought that was a handball. It looked like there was some contact there, but looks like we gave a goal. Let's take a look at this replay right here. Saltzman just putting the ball in a dangerous area. It sure looked like Blanco got it with his hand, but we're scoring a goal. No, actually we did not score a goal. It looks like there was a lot of confusion with the way that was called by the official, but it looks like it was just given a goalie restart. Maybe he finally determined that it was a handball. I would agree with that. I do think it was a handball. And free kick right here from Lansing City. Illinois picking up their first foul in the second half. Cernuda over the ball. Lays it off to Timblow, just a little wide. Poor form on a set piece right there. Unusual to see Lansing City give the ball so carelessly. City wins it back. First time we're seeing this second line in the second half. Bobadilla, Hernandez, Cernuda, and Timblow. As much as we talked about the first line having an impact, there is so much talent on this line for Lansing City. When you think about not only having the U.S. men's national team player on it, you have two young, very talented players in Hernandez and Cernuda, but Timblow is really solid as well. Great contributions as a pivot. Great at holding up play as Cernuda wins it. Bobadilla passes Cernuda, lays it off. Great effort from Rodriguez to protect the goal. That was a for sure goal from Cernuda, but Rodriguez makes that great sliding kick save. Fantastic effort. You'd think Rodriguez was a goalie with that kind of play. Cernuda in goal with the scoop shot. Cernuda, as if on cue, as we were just talking about his effort and his ability and skills on the ball. Take a look at this scoop shot from Cernuda. He just sees Alvarez come out, sees the opportunity, and just deftly lifts it over Alvarez, who just watches it fly over. Marquez. Bencara unable to maintain possession. Hernandez on the ball. Bilek beaten by Cernuda. Cernuda still with it. The opportunity took Timblow, but Timblow cannot finish it. Cernuda creating danger all over the court. Miranda on the ball to Bencara. Bencara still with it. Lays it off to Bilek. Bilek to Marquez. Marquez hold up play with the shot in the goal. Marquez doing what the pivot needs to. Great effort right there from Marquez. You love to see it. Bencara laying it off to Bilek. Bilek, great assist right there. Just putting Marquez in a position. And Cernuda was caught off guard. Not something you see from him often. We talked a lot about his defensive prowess and how much he's grown over the last year. But there was nothing he could do right there. Marquez fired that shot in quickly. Great timing for Marquez to catch Lansing City off guard and catch Castaneda sleeping as Hernandez wins it back. Cernuda with the shot. Miranda blocked it, but it looks like it deflected off of Cernuda. So Illinois has the kick in. Hernandez wins the ball quickly, demonstrating that physicality and commitment to defense. Ooh, Marquez showing some frustration with that call. Fortunate not to get cautioned. That type of gesture, it's very common to see a quick caution come out. But in this exhibition match, sometimes officials can be a little more lenient, as Luciano's not lenient right there, winning the ball high and getting another shot and another goal. Luciano Cernuda, we just talked about his defensive prowess and what he has been doing. He clearly did not like Marquez scoring that goal easily, and he found a way to make it up to his team, winning the ball high just outside the penalty area and quickly turning, spinning, shooting, scoring Luciano Cernuda. 2 goals really fast for him. You know, we didn't say his name a lot in the first half, and I'm sure he was probably frustrated with us because he wanted to hear it more. He is a player that deserves to have his name said a lot. Chris Payne on the ball to Saltzman. No foul, and okay, the official initially said it was Illinois ball, but there was no foul there. I cannot believe that they would have won the ball as well. It was a good tackle from Marquez, it looked like, but Lansing City on the ball. Blanco with some step overs. Shot does not fool Bialik. Lays it off to Chris Payne. Passes to Keeney. Saltzman guarded by Miranda. Miranda with the steal. Great work from Miranda. Saltzman not giving up. He wins it back. Miranda's not giving up either. But Lansing City maintains possession. Great effort from Miranda as Marquez wins the ball. Saltzman's getting frustrated, giving it up multiple times in a short time frame. Giving the ball up a couple times. Great effort from Marquez as he wins the foul, gets a free kick. David Saltzman losing the ball and committing the foul. Let's see if Miranda takes a shot on goal. Takes a pass. Bialik cannot do anything with it. Oh, those are the frustrating moments, the mishits, the slips. Let's hope Bialik can get better contact next time. Saltzman on the ball, coming up the court, stolen by Miranda. Kelkowski on the ball. Miranda frustrated that Marquez intercepted his pass. Obviously intended to Bialik. Bialik finally gets the ball, takes a shot. Deflected by Blanco. Good effort from Illinois right here. Seeing them show some energy. They are not out of this thing because it's not just about the scoreline. It's about the development. It's about the exposure. It's about the experience. As Blanco wins the ball. Chris Payne on it. Keeney gives it away. Rodriguez gives it away. Saltzman with the ball. Dangerous area. Shot. Goal! David Saltzman. You can tell he was frustrated losing the ball so many times in quick succession. He was not standing for it. He won it back himself. Great effort right here. Take a look at this effort. Rodriguez steals it, but careless pass. Saltzman steps in and just makes quick work of it, scoring a goal in transition. Great effort right there from David Saltzman. Chris Payne trying to win the ball, can't win it. Kick in, Illinois. Miranda on the ball. Careless pass from Rodriguez, deflection from Blanco, but it's still Illinois ball. Kick in a dangerous area. Right in front of goal. Marquez can't keep it. Saltzman wins it. He's aggressive, coming at attack. He finds Blanco, but Blanco cannot do anything with it. Looks like it might have been a save from Alvarez. Great effort from Castaneda to thwart that attempt. Marquez was unable to get that in. Great job from Castaneda to not fall asleep with all of the action happening on the other side of the court. Miranda on the ball. Nice pass from Miranda. 1-2 with Marquez, but he can't get the 2 to complete it, so it was just a 1. Lansing City kicks it out. Goalie restart. Alvarez on the ball to Bialik. Looks for the long court pass, but no one was on the end of that. His intended target had to be Marquez, but Marquez was not in a place to receive it. Bobadilla on the ball to Misha Nunez. Back to Bobadilla. Bobadilla takes the early shot. Little toe poke, but just wide. Good 1-2 right there from Nunez and Bobadilla. Marquez on the ball. Maintaining possession. Off to Kalkowski. Kalkowski passes it to Marquez. It looked like it should have been a nice, easy soul trap for Marquez, but he could not put his foot on it, whether he couldn't move or he just didn't get the foot down. I think for anybody that's played futsal, they know how that goes. You put the foot there, and it just feels like the ball went right through it. Bobadilla to take the corner. Right through. Timblow was not able to connect on the end of that one. I don't know if anybody would have wanted to. As hard as that came in, that was a concussion waiting to happen. Bobadilla fired it in as Nunez wins it back. Oh, but it looks like we got a foul call. Luciano Cernuda. No stranger to fouls is Cernuda. He collects those like he does goals. Always great to impose a little physicality on the game. Let your opponent know you're still there. Brian Rodriguez on the ball for the free kick. Kind of interesting that we did not ask for 5 meters right there, because Misha Nunez was definitely within 5 meters of the ball. Brian Rodriguez did not ask for space, and so the referee did not give it. As we got a giveaway right there, Bobadilla wins it, and he takes the early shot. Bobadilla, you know, that right there is the experience that you would expect out of Bobadilla, just to recognize that it was Alvarez that passed that ball, which means that there was no one in goal. As we got, Misha Nunez wins the ball, and he tries to take an opportunity, but Alvarez is able to thwart that attack. You know, you love to see it from Bobadilla, just the recognition that Alvarez was so far off his line and out of goal that as soon as he won the ball, he fired that shot with great precision as well, putting it on frame and into the back of the net. Bobadilla doesn't care what the scoreline is. He's going to keep playing hard, as you should. And it's one of the things that's tough right now for Illinois. They're down by 12. We still have a half to go, a half of a half. 10 minutes left in this second half. So Bobadilla on the ball now. Dangerous spot for Timblow, but he kicks it wide. There's a lot of futsal to be played as Cernuda wins it. And if Illinois is going to give up, it's going to get way worse, as Rodriguez is not even coming back on defense at this point. Illinois is playing 3-on-4, but they win it back. Kalkowski wins it. Rodriguez, who never made a way up the court, he was in a dangerous area, but Kalkowski just kicks it wide. Unfortunate for them that they could not get rewarded from that lack of commitment to the defensive end. But here we have Saltzman on the ball. And, you know, with only having 2 subs, Illinois, it's got to be hard just to maintain the endurance and the stamina because Lansing City right now is so fresh with having 2 lines to work in and out, as we see a new line come on now, or at least half of one. I imagine the rest of the line will change here momentarily. And it looks like there's some confusion on who the kick-in is for, but Illinois goes ahead and takes it as Alvarez is tying his shoelaces. Hopefully he gets those tied before a goal comes in or a ball. Lansing City wins it. And again, it has to be tough out here for Illinois. They are playing a well-conditioned Lansing City team. And again, we have just under 10 minutes left. That's a lot of futsal action, 25% of the game still to be played. And if they're tired now, watch out in a few minutes here. It's going to get rough. As David Saltzman expresses some frustration about the contact that he's receiving from Marquez. Keeney wins the ball back. Saltzman on it now. Shot, early shot, little toe poke. Deflected by Marquez. Saltzman's letting his frustrations be known with Marquez. Takes the corner. Puts it into a dangerous area, but Alvarez is ready with a quick catch, jump save. Miranda on the ball. Hernandez steals it to Saltzman. To Nunez. Nunez a little slow receiving it, unable to do anything with it. But Keeney puts it in a dangerous area. Ooh, and Nunez cannot finish that one, just off his shin. You know he's frustrated about that one. Great effort right there between Saltzman and Keeney to really set up Nunez for his third goal of the day. Actually, his second. I misspoke on his second goal. It looked like Blanco got a touch. But he won't care about that one because he's already got 3 assists. So, you know, right now everybody in Lansing City's just chomping their teeth, chomping at the bit to get another goal, get another assist, pad those stats for the summer series. You know, we did not televise the first 2 games in this summer series. The first one, Lansing City against Jenga. Jenga had a lot of new players. They were integrating them into the team, but really not a lot can be said about what they did compared to what Lansing City did. Lansing City really had their way and dominated in every facet of the game. Then Lansing City went on to Midwest United, and it was more of a similar story. Lansing City was really dominant in that game. Midwest United did not have all of their players available. They played hard, and they put a great effort in, but Lansing City really controlled from start to finish. As we see Illinois Futsal Club, great effort right here, great opportunity, and it looks like, we got an accumulated foul from earlier, but great opportunity from here, great layoff from Marquez. Castaneda able to recognize what was happening and come out and make that save. Miranda unable to lift it over him. Maybe need to spend some time with Cernuda to get that sweep shot learned a little bit, because that would have been a great time just to just loft it right over Castaneda. The way he came out so aggressively. A little chip shot right there. Scoop shot would have been great. Illinois wins a corner here. Rodriguez on the ball. Miranda with the shot. Just wide. Unable to find Benkara either, who was waiting at the back post, but it was even wide of him as well. Good effort from Benkara there to make that back post run, just to really give Miranda a wider shot on goal, but it was not wide enough as Castaneda has some poor distribution, gives the ball away. Alvarez on it. Miranda with the ball to Rodriguez. Marquez to Rodriguez. Miranda again, long pass. Rodriguez unable to control it. It was a hot one. He wasn't ready for it. Hernandez wins it and is on the ball. Hernandez loses control, but it's right to Saltzman, so no harm. Saltzman keeps it, lays it off to Hernandez. Hernandez breaks free from Marquez. Back to Saltzman. See some increased tempo from Illinois, but they still get beat. What's Hernandez going to do? Lay it off, but he can't complete it. Good defense from Miranda. But Nunez gets the ball, takes the shot, and it looks like they get a corner. Nobody knows it was a corner except for Nunez and Saltzman. Saltzman hits it wide. Lots of confusion out here from both Illinois and Lansing City. Lansing City did not know they won the corner, and they completed a substitution, but Illinois didn't know either, as we see a shot high and wide from Luciano Cernuda. Matt Alishari had some words with his Lansing City team members, just informing them, not really upset, especially with the scoreline. Hard to see him being upset with anyone. Just some frustration about not knowing that it was a corner. But to be fair, 75% of the players on the court had no idea. It seems like there was not clear communication from our official. As we see another high shot from Jonah Timblow. You can see the pressure being applied extensively from Lansing City, and the frustrations mounting from Illinois Futsal Club. But you love to see they're still playing hard, still getting some opportunities. See if they can't take advantage of some more of these, maybe put a crooked number up there for us on the scoreboard, get another goal. Bobadilla lays it off to Castaneda, to Cernuda. Stolen by Kalkowski. Kalkowski with the great effort, but Castaneta's there to win it, but he gets the rebound and can do nothing with it. Fantastic effort from Castaneda to keep Illinois out of the goal. As Timblo, good opportunity right there, but Alvarez was ready for it with another save. That is Alvarez's 14th save of the night. As Illinois wins it, Bialik on his own, free, just wide. Or did we get a save? It looks like Castaneda got a save. So there was a save. It's a corner for Illinois. Good effort from Bialik there to put some pressure on Castaneda. Illinois does nothing with the corner, just maintains possession. Kalkowski loses it. Cernuda ready to pounce. Lays it off to Bobadilla. Bobadilla one time. Takes the pass, but cannot handle it to Timblo. Kenny just bounces around like a pinball. Kalkowski takes the kick in. Bialik on the ball. Cernuda not having it. Not sure how there was not a foul, to be honest. It almost had to be, but it looks like it's going to go down in the record books as an own goal. I don't know how there could not have been a foul right there on Cernuda. He was pushing Bialik, and Bialik couldn't control his body and ran into, it looked like Miranda, and I guess the own goal is going to go down to Miranda, which is very unfortunate. It's not a way you want to see another score. But we are 14 goals in, and Lansing City's finding new ways to score with the first own goal of the evening. Miranda on the ball, loses it. Cernuda picks it up. Timblo to Cernuda, to Nunez. Finds Timblo. A great effort right there from Misha Nunez to Jonah Timblo for their first connection of the day. Timblo finding himself in dangerous positions all night long. Great effort right there. Really great positioning from Lansing City as well. Poor defensive effort. Miranda really needs to close down better. If Timblo is not his man, it really doesn't matter. You cannot allow anyone on the back post like that, as Kalkowski takes an effort just wide. Good effort from Kalkowski. You know, we've said this many times tonight about those back post runs, not only in this match but in futsal. You have to lock down the back post. You cannot leave players like that open. And Timblo took full advantage, slotting home another one tonight. Kalkowski with the shot just off the frame. The second time they have hit the frame of the goal tonight. Good effort from Kalkowski. Great work from Illinois to create that opportunity. You take a look at that shot, just high, kissing the crossbar. Kalkowski wins the ball to Marquez, lays it off ineffectively rather. Kalkowski with the foul. Just a nice little push you can see right here. Chris Payne, get out of my way. But the officials are not having it. We still have 4 minutes left. They're going to call a clean game, which we want to see that. No matter how much time is in the game, no matter what the scoreline is, call the game. As we see a foul right there from Marquez. Good work from the officials to call the game. Blow the whistle if it needs to be blown, as we saw there. Keep it clean. We want to see him play hard, but we don't want it to get ugly. Chris Payne on the ball to Saltzman. Beats Marquez down the line to Charlie Nunez, but Marquez wins it back. Saltzman on the ball. Miranda playing hard. Miranda pushing the back. And it looks like that is the 5th foul for Illinois. So on the next foul for Illinois, we will see a PK, a 10-meter PK that is, for Lansing City. Which, if they did get a PK, there'd be another chance to score a goal in a different way for Lansing City. We've seen 15 goals scored in a variety of ways, but we have not seen any PKs. Crispane on the ball. With the shot, great save from Alvarez. Rodriguez on the ball, but he loses it to Crispane. Saltzman on the ball. Kalkowski, good defense, unable to win possession. Blanco. And you can see the fatigue setting in for Illinois, just the players walking around, failing to truly cover their man as they move. Lansing City still fresh, moving freely about the court as a pass goes wayward from Crispane. Oh, looks like we did get a deflection. Not sure who it came off of. Now we see Blanco on the ball. Good effort right there from Miranda to cover the penalty area, but it's not enough as Charlie Nunez finds the back of the net again. Alvarez unable to make the kick save right there. Great effort from Nunez. Take a look right here. Miranda doing a good job covering the back post. We talk about that's something they need to do, but he covers the back post. He doesn't win possession of the ball. It just kind of rebounds and deflects right to Nunez, who takes full advantage with the early shot. Charlie Nunez, now his second goal of the night. He's got his brace. Cernuda wins it. Shocked that wasn't a foul against Cernuda, but Cernuda plays around with it long enough to get another goal. That's his third. I think Cernuda thinks it was a foul as well as he goes over and apologizes to Bencora for not getting the foul called. There's nothing Cernuda can do about it but play hard. If the officials don't call it, you just got to keep playing. But love to see him talk to the opponent and let them know that he agreed. Not much you can do, but Bencora, that's something you can do right there. Bencora finding the 5-hole, slotting it home with the nutmeg in the process. Bencora, look, you get burnt for one goal on one end. As we saw Luciana do earlier, the way to respond is by scoring on your own. Great shot right there from Bencora. Outstanding effort. Miranda wins the ball. Rodriguez pass back to Miranda. Rodriguez on it. Toe poke, but Cernuda's there. Blocks the shot, and we have a corner. Miranda on it. Bobadilla wins the ball, but Bencar's in the right spot to maintain possession. Bobadilla is putting some intense pressure on Bencora. Bencora hits the deck again. No foul. Bobadilla surprised too as Bencora gets up and fires a shot, obviously in frustration that no foul has been called. Bobadilla has the ball. Luciana Cernuda gets it, but they are just passing so well. At that point, it's a 4v1. You can't help but feel a little bit frustrated that we didn't get a call, but there's absolutely no room for Illinois to just give up on the play and make Alvarez defend by himself, basically. Miranda was back there with them, but what are they going to do 4v2 as there's just an easy dump off to Nunez for the goal. At that point, there's a clear division on Illinois Futsal Club. Half your team is playing defense and half isn't, and there is no way to be successful in futsal if any of your players are not playing defense, let alone multiple. And one of the things we never saw in the first half was a timeout out of Illinois Futsal Club as Bobadilla wins the ball and takes the early shot. This is a great time for a timeout, and you have to wonder, especially with only 2 substitutes, why did they not use it at all? No timeout whatsoever. I mean, it's 60 seconds to at least give yourself a breather, even if you're not going to talk strategy or anything. Just take a breather, get some water, and just reset mentally to get yourself back into it, because nobody wants to lose like this in any match, and you definitely don't want to have any moments where you just stop playing, especially stop playing defense. As Nunez takes the shot on goal and it goes wide. Last year in the FCS, we saw a lot of lopsided games out of Midwest FC. But one of the things that you never did see out of Midwest FC was for them to give up. They never gave up on plays. They never gave up on games, even when they lost by 20 or more. As Lansing City is still putting the pressure on. And it's another situation where Lansing City has just 3 of their 4 players almost in the penalty area, and there's only 1 defender from Illinois supporting Alvarez. And this time it was Jaden Bialik. As Cernuda's on the ball, top of the penalty area, off the frame. Oh, as Castaneda is aggressive and comes all the way out and is unable to win it, and he slips. Bialik takes the shot early, but cannot put it on target and hits it wide. Unfortunate for Bialik. Love to see him be rewarded for that defensive effort he had earlier, not giving up, but he wasn't. What we do like to see is the end of the game. I know Illinois was ready for that final whistle, especially the way they were playing defense there at the end. You know, we could talk a lot about the stats and about the number of goals scored. In some ways, it's almost unfair the way that Lansing City packed on the goals, but it really was a clear division talent, and that's one of the things that you'll see. Shout out to Illinois, though. Sometimes when you see these clear gaps in talent from one team to another, you see a lot of frustration and a lot of unnecessary physicality, which we did not see. Illinois throughout it all played clean and did their best, even when some calls went against them and they did not get calls that I think they should have. But they still played hard. They did their best. They had a couple of times, couple of breakdowns where they did stop playing defense, which is unfortunate. But with only 2 subs, you know, not to make excuses for them, but at this point, we don't know how much competitive action they have seen. This was their first time playing on an FCS live, and their first time playing in the FCS arena that we in Lansing City that we know of. So, shout out to Illinois for continuing to bring the intensity throughout as much as they could when they were clearly outclassed. Lansing City showing the depth of talent with 2 full lines. It's one of the things we did not see a lot of them last season, that depth. 63 shots, 18 goals, as you see right there. It really tells the story of what Lansing City was able to do today. And on those 18 goals, 8 of them were assisted, so it wasn't just a lot of creative goals that were scored. It was a lot of variety in all the goals. We had some turnovers, some counters, some quick transitions. There was even an own goal mixed in there. So a lot of different efforts that really led to that for Lansing City tonight. One of the things, if you haven't had a chance yet to take a look at some of our upcoming games, take a look. Next weekend, we have another matchup with a newcomer that has yet to play in the FCS, and that is going to be, let's take a look, we'll pull this up here. We may not have the graphic, but it's Fox United FC, and that's on August 30th. And then September 6th, we have Summit City. And so a couple of these matches, we don't know a lot about these teams yet, but we're interested to learn more. We look forward to you tuning in and watching the games. This is Lansing City Arena, and we're signing off for the evening. Hope you all enjoy the match. Have a great night.
Committing a crime so you can try to escape from prison. Bad idea. Going to the pod escape room to play an escape game with your friends. Great idea. Test your skill as an astronaut in outer space. Find Santa in Save Christmas. Or take a vacation to an abandoned island. Just don't get stuck there. The Pod Escape Room. Learn more at thepodlansing.com.